Another example, and this actually doesn't have to do with Korea. It has to do with the current situation with our very own company, Nike. And some of you may be aware that these Air Jordans and all the fancy shoes that sell for anywhere from $150 to $300 a piece, 40% of them are made in Vietnam. And Vietnam, the average wage in Vietnam is 34 cents an hour. That's what what Nike pays for its labor in Vietnam. And it has the ear, obviously, of the Oregon legislature and the Oregon governor. As you well know, we go into special session in order to ensure that Nike doesn't see any increase in its costs and so on. But the Trans-Pacific Partnership, which is the subject of this talk, obviously, is what it will do is it will reduce or eliminate all the duties on shoes that Nike produces in Vietnam, which is one of the original 10 countries that are members of the TPP in the process of negotiating this secret treaty. It's a long process. That's another thing about free trade agreements. They don't happen overnight, and so they have what they call rounds. And normally these rounds are scheduled in the various countries that are going to be signatories to the treaty. And obviously, I've got some handouts. I didn't expect this quite a large an audience. It kind of surprised me here. I was expecting about half, but I think I've got about 30 handouts, but they're two different kinds. So anyway, when I pass these out, what they'll really give to you is a website, and it's not difficult to find the pertinent websites. There's actually just two of them. The citizenstrade.org, which is the main national run, and which is headed by Arthur Stimulus, who was the head of the state organization, the Oregon Fair Trade campaign, and then he was asked to head up the national organization. And Arthur's been down here a couple of times. He's put on talks about this just a little over a year ago. And since he went up to D.C., although he still lives in Portland, he travels back and forth. Elizabeth Swager is our current executive director. And but Arthur has been down here and given some real details on what happens with these campaigns. And Elizabeth was here just a little over a month ago. A number of you were there when she spoke at the Grass Shack in Phoenix. Yeah, she's just a wonderful speaker, and a real worthy person to replace Arthur. But anyway, she came down to first of all, meet with the heads of various organizations. There were quite a number. There were about a dozen of us, and it wasn't just all liberal types. We had a couple people there from representing the Tea Party as well. You know, and this particular issue is not necessarily a liberal versus conservative divide at all, and because it really affects everybody.